flight. He'll fly, and then he'll die.
Welcome back, Smack.
Yay, welcome back.
I get it. Yeah. Thanks for joining us again. We are still breaking down the lovable, the nostalgic, one of the most perfect movies, in my opinion. Hook, 1991, with Robin Williams, Dustin Hoffman, Julia Roberts. God, even what's her name is in this? Glenn Close. Like, we didn't mention. Did we mention that?
Yeah. You were gone.
Oh, I was having a lot of technical difficulties last week.
Yeah, last week was a rough ride for Bat.
You mentioned that Pepper Potts is also Wendy.
Yeah,
Pepper Potts.
One of her first roles.
And what's his name? Cheeseburger Paradise.
Jimmy Buffett.
R.I.P.
And
David Crosby.
Yes, Crosby from Crosby, Stills.
David Crosby is in a lot of them. Is actually in quite a few scenes of the movie. He makes a great pirate.
He does make a great pirate. They got his they were like, you want to shave the mustache? No, Dave. You keep that right where it is.
Like Heath Richards.
Perfect.
They were like, Jack Sparrow needs a dad. And he's got to be a bigger drunk than Jack Sparrow. Heath Richards, dude.
Jack Sparrow needs an uncle. It's got to be someone noteworthy because this ship is sailing long and hard and we're not really sure if it's going to carry. Paul McCartney, get in there. I think most people went to see the last one. I didn't. I personally love like all the pirate movies. Like I said, that's like my toxic trait.
Yeah.
If you make another one, I will go see it. I will support it and I will watch it in a theater.
They're going to make another one. And Johnny Depp's making his return.
Oh, they are? Yeah.
Supposedly.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. After the Amber Heard debacle and the whole Me Too movement that he got caught up in, and then he finally was
debacle, dude. That freaking trial was.
It is the funniest thing in the world.
It's one of the most fun.
It is and just watching the Johnny Depp clips alone is worth it. Where he's like a megapint. That's exactly where I was going to.
My favorite is when
megapint.
She says that he has a jar of cocaine, and Johnny Depp looks at his lawyer and he's like, a jar?
Yeah, like I got a jar of Coke.
Okay. Is that still at home?
Yeah.
I loved yeah, honestly, if they want to remake anything like into like a reboot, they should just redo the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, like the best segments, and just create episodes of that. And I would totally watch that on a HGTV weird TLC night or something,
That was a train wreck of a trial right there.
It was so good though, in the worst way.
Like you can't script this.
It's like Mexico Suits.
I loved it, man. No, but yeah, Crosby being in this and like having, I will go see. What I would love is if like, because they're old guys, and so usually their cameo is just they walk on and they're just like nodding, little talk, maybe a little like joke here and there. I want to see like Paul McCartney just swashbuckling, stabbing and shooting people, just outright.
He might be a little old.
No, he's never old.
He might hurt himself.
He's never gonna die. No.
Maybe not.
He's immortal. I'm fairly certain that he maybe drained the lifeblood from other people or something.
I'll tell you what. You wanna hear about an interesting a story? If you go listen to the last podcast on the left about what's the guy's name that the guy who killed John Lennon? It's I think it's Curtis Chapman, David Curtis Chapman, or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Mark David Chapman, maybe. I'll have to look it up, but
I'll look it up here.
He was like Looney Tunes bananas, like Looney Tunes bananes. He had a council of little people that lived in his walls that were all in his head. Like, it's an interesting story, very interesting. And he killed John Lennon over the book The Catcher in the Rye.
Yes, yeah.
Because he thought he was Holden Caulfield. He thought he was Holden Caulfield from Catcher in the Rye, and if he killed John Lennon, he would disappear into the pages of The Catcher in the Rye. Like, it's a really bizarre, like, you never know who's out there and what they're doing. And he had to take his idea to kill John Lennon to the Congress of Little People, and they told him no, and he still went and did it.
Wow. So he's just
Yeah,
he's not listening to anybody.
defied Congress.
I can't believe he defied the Congress of Little People. That's
it's actually, and it's a, they do like dark comedy. It's a very funny episode.
What is? Wait, episode of
the
what?
last podcast on the left.
Oh, on the left. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I lost the train of thought because I was looking up. Yeah, you were right though. It was, you had it perfect. It was Mark David Chapman.
Mark David Chapman. Yeah.
Honestly though, let me ask you guys this: did you have to read Catcher in the Rye? And
yeah, I had to read it, but I never read any books that I had to read. And I think when they told us to read it, I was a little bit too old for it. I've heard through the years, because my dad loves that book, but there's there's like a window in your life where it kind of fits perfectly with how you feel like an outcast and things aren't really going the way you think. And it's like if you read it in that window of time, it like really speaks to you. And but if you read it outside of that window, you're either too young or too old, and you're like, I'm not understanding what's the draw, what's the appeal of The Catcher in the Rye.
I don't know what my position was exactly, but I did not enjoy the book. I don't know, maybe if weird. I needed to read it like a little earlier, or maybe if I reread it now. It's on our bookshelf. We have our copy from high school. I still have it.
I think I still have mine from high school when we were cleaning my parents' house out. I found it.
Trey, did you have to read that? Did you like it? Catcher Rye?
Yeah, it's a good book. It wasn't.
I mean, that was deep. That was deep thoughts from Trey there.
Sorry. It wasn't my favorite. I liked 1984. That was a good one.
Yeah. Orwell's 1984.
Yeah, I never actually read.
Well, I think I liked it because my teacher was like really into film. He was also the film teacher. So we watched 1984, or we read 1984, and then we watched V for Vendetta. And I really like V for Vendetta.
Oh, yeah, nice, yeah.
V for Vendetta, man, that's a hell of a movie.
That would be a good blockbuster to do. That would be one.
Remember the 5th of November.
Remember. Yeah,
the gunpowder treason and plot.
Yeah. I don't want to shit on J.D. Salinger, but I just didn't really like that book.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. No book is for everybody.
It wasn't for me.
It's like when I meet people who are like, I don't like Harry Potter, and I'm like, I did go out of my life rapidly that direction, because those movies are fantastic. And the books, when you read them, are they're so much better.
Yeah, I read books like 1 through 4, but then on a random road trip where I was like in the car for like 17 hours, I listened to the last book on tape with like all the actors and stuff like that, and I was like, I missed so much of this information. Like when you've listened or read the book and then you go watch the movie, you're like, none of so much of this is missing. Yeah. This should have been a 4-hour film, which I don't think any of us would have complained about.
Well, they broke the last book into 2 movies, and it still wasn't enough.
I know. There's each one should be 4 hours.
There's the ghost that's there from the beginning. That's like the trickster, the prankster, Pevensey or whatever.
Name? Yes,
or it's something with a P, but he doesn't even appear in the films at all.
No, he's nowhere.
I think there's like a quick Peeves. Yeah, there's like a quick second where he's kind of like a background character, and if you know kind of deal, but they don't ever call him by name or anything like that.
Stay tuned for that, man. We're gonna do those Harry Potter movies one day, and that might take, each episode might be like 4 days long.
It's one of their pet peeves.
Okay, I see what you did there.
I wish I was quicker on the sound effects, but I'm not. I think I got one. Yeah, there it is.
Okay, so we last left off Peter's reuniting with the Lost Boys. Thank you, nice boys.
I think we got there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we talked about the what'd you call it? The sailboard?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about his sailboard. So we met, and I think we even got through where the little boy does the like, oh, there you are, Peter.
We did, yeah, we got to that.
He gives him child Botox.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, there is me.
I remember when I
God.
looked like
I
that.
remember when I looked like that. Yeah, look at that. Jesus.
All them wrinkles is gone.
Oh man,
Yeah.
gravity.
And they decided to give him a
Take it
chance
away from
because
me.
Tink basically pulls him aside. She's like, "Listen here, a-holes." Like, that's him. And
Matt brought it up last week, and I love the scene right when they do the whole like yeet, 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 yeet thing, and the little boy is like, "There you are," and then they all start coming around checking him out, or at least like the core group that appears
Yeah.
multiple times in the movie, including
Pockets.
the best stud butt. But when Rufio draws the line in the sand, and he says, "If you want to face off with Captain Hook with him."
Is Droola against
Yeah.
Capitan Hook. I don't know
Capitan
why he
Hook.
calls him Capitan.
Yeah, Rufio puts on some weird accents
It's real
several
Italian.
times.
It's real Italian for a second against
Yeah.
Capitan.
Is he
Hook.
Filipino? Is Dante Bosco? I'm gonna look it up. He might be
Okay.
Filipino or something.
I think he might be, but
they speak of the Spanish in
but
the
I love
Philippines.
how the first, as soon as he says it, he steps across the line and Peter goes with him.
Oop.
And yeah, it's just him and Peter, and the rest of them are on Peter's side. And Peter's like, "Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm not Peter Pan. Like,
And
I'm
that's
not."
when that's
And
when you
then
have the Tink pulling on his suspenders, going, "You are embarrassing me."
Yeah, and he turns to Rufio and he says, "I'll be right back." It's those little lines that crack me up so much.
Yeah.
And then she snaps it loose onto his nip. And
Done that once or
then
twice.
you have the back and forth where Tank is trying to convince him that he's Peter, and Rufio's like, "Yo, look at him. He's a fat
3
slob."
days. 3 days to whip him in shape.
Yeah. But then Matt brought it up where the little boy Pockets becomes like an old black grandmother and starts saying like, "He don't want to be here, and who them kids Hook's got?"
Yeah, he's the Bayou lady from Princess and the Frog.
He really is. It's so
does.
funny.
You gotta dig.
But he puts on that attitude.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean it fits.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it does.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's not like
But
out of character. It's just this
the
little
best
little
is like,
pockets.
so they finally decide like, let's see if we can whip Pan back into shape. And you get this training montage, which when I was a kid was like my favorite part of
Yes,
the movie.
I agree. Other than it's snowing.
Yeah. But you get
but-
it starts with like, it starts raining in, where do they live? Like the Lost Woods. I know that's from Zelda, but they're the Lost Boys. Do they live in the Lost Woods?
They might.
You get to pick them up and move them down. And like you get the like the call and response. Ain't no time to celebrate. You are old and overweight. Like you're just roasting this dude.
Yeah.
Stretch
with
on
a
down and touch
freaking
your
army
toes.
march. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long since you looked at those?
and Robin Williams' reaction was like,
You
Yeah.
son of a- I'm gonna murder
Do
this
this?
kid. I'm gonna murder that kid.
"I'm gonna murder some children." No, what
But
if
somehow
they're
he
all lost?
loses like 20 pounds in like 3 days.
As you do, and he
Well,
grows
and
20 years.
How does this Woods place have all 4 seasons confined to their woods?
It's Neverland, man.
I
It's
think it's like
Neverland.
Matrix.
It's all magic.
They're like
I'm gonna
in the
think it's the
rain, in
Matrix.
the sun, in the snow, 10 below. I'm like, wait, what?
It's so weird.
And they're throwing snowballs at each other, and then randomly it just cuts to Rufio crowing.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool crow, though. You
Rufio's
gotta give.
sitting
You
there
gotta
like,
give him
God, I hope he doesn't. He's gonna take the cool sword away. I want the cool sword.
One thing I did notice that I forgot to mention when they draw the line in or when Pockets does the facelift and he realizes it's Peter, and there's like the swell in the music, like just perfect freaking composing
John
and
Williams.
perfect timing from John Williams, but all of the core Lost Boys make their run to Peter, and Rufio moves forward like he's gonna cross. He sees it, you could tell he sees that it's Pan, and he's like, oh, and he kind of freezes, and then he snaps out of it and goes back into like, no, I'm in charge. And
like,
but it's a
when-
really like poignant moment when you catch it. Like even Rufio knows that this is Peter Pan.
Yeah, I will say Rufio was a really special character for me, like growing up, because I'm adopted and native, and so I look very different from the rest of my family, and so seeing Dante up there as Rufio, as this super cool character who wasn't like it's still a thing even in the 90s was where like, oh, there's a Native American, and it's like, what are they going to do? And it's like they're wearing feathers and stuff, and you're kind of like, is this still okay? All right, this is cool in 1991. But for him to play this kind of like just really like solid ethnic character, for me to see that on stage, I was like, oh my gosh, dude, this guy's like my role model. And then he went and he was the voice for a bunch of different things, and he was the voice of Zuko in Avatar: Last Airbender, the animated series, which is a solid series. And apparently they accidentally someone leaked or broke in and stole a really sick animated movie that it was like takes place like several years after, and they posted online. So that's out there. It's like The Legend of Aang or something. So go pirate that later this weekend, folks. Go have fun. Not telling you to do crime. I'm just saying it's out there and it's pretty easy. I'm sorry. All right, let's move on.
So you get he's doing all this stuff and he's tired out. He's like, what's next? And you get Thudbutt going, next time to fly.
And why do they have a giant slingshot?
That's how they train them all to fly, apparently.
I guess so.
If you left a bunch of like from ages like 4 to 14-year-old boys on an island with absolutely where they never die, like what else are they going to make? Of course they're going to make a giant slingshot, and like we said, the skateboard sailboat, the thing that goes around the track. That's just the next logical step. We would be doing this if we were on there.
Is the only way that they could die by getting stabbed by a pirate? Because they can die by getting killed by pirates.
Yeah.
They die by having to suddenly pay taxes and worry about their mortgage insurance and things like that. That's where that's where the real killer is.
1000%.
Yeah.
1000%. I'm on board.
Yeah. I'm on board.
Yeah,
so
like
he flies.
Right before they start the training montage, I forgot Smee and Captain Hook are having that discussion about making Pan's kids like him, and he does this thing, and he's like, "Oh, Smee, Pan will fly again. He'll remember how. If he doesn't, the dirty Lost Boys will jog his memory." And you hear the like choom 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 in the background like, as it's starting up. He's like, "He'll crow, he'll fight, he'll fly, and then he'll die."
It's like Dustin Hoffman's so good, so good.
You get that rhythmic
pick him up.
And
He's doing
the whole scene with Hook and Smee when he's like, I'll make you a plate, Captain. While Captain Hook is having this existential crisis of like, what is my life even all about and everything, and he ends up going to the point where he's going to kill himself, or unalive himself for YouTube.
You can't say that.
But he's putting the plate together and he's literally eating everything he's putting on the plate, like taking huge bites.
Oh, he's taste testing
half the bread.
Make sure the poison.
I guess so, yeah. And then
you have to make sure.
Yeah, and then he goes over. He's like, "You're not hungry, Captain?" And then at the end, he tells him, "I'll have my nightcap now, Smee." And Smee goes over and pours him his drink, and then he drinks a bunch of it. And then he takes his cup over to him, and Captain Hook takes the cup, and right as he's about to drink it, Smee takes it away from him, and he walks away, and he drinks the whole thing, and it's like, what the hell's going on, this guy?
That's not what you need,
Why is the
Dustin Hoffman's like portrayal there, the way he like just suddenly turns, and it's so gentle and just, I want to die. Like, okay, all right. This was made for the family, I think. I think it was made for the family. I was like, that's a pretty serious existential crisis where he's holding a gun to his head to the point where he's like, don't try to stop me, Smee. Don't try to stop me, Smee. Try to stop me.
Smee, try to stop me. And Smee's looking at him all confused, and he's like, Smee, get up off your ass and try to stop me, Smee.
Oh my God.
And then you get the scene in the slingshot where they're trying to teach him how to fly, and he can't do it. He keeps getting launched into the like muck.
Yeah, like the pudding or whatever they're flinging him into.
Oatmeal? I'd love to
whatever
know.
it is, it's thick.
Yeah. It looks like they took sherbet coloring and put it in oatmeal or pudding.
We had a deal with Quaker Oats, and we just couldn't pass up on it. They said, how much do you need? 30,000 gallons of oatmeal.
Here, we got you this French yogurt. I think it's called Yoplait.
Meaning you'll plot your shorts? No.
It cuts to them eating dinner. Like there's this big feast that's being prepared. You see all these plates and cups, and dishes like with the tops on them going down and there's steam and everything. And Peter's like getting excited because he's like, okay,
Yeah, he's hungry.
like I've been training all day. Let's go.
Yeah, he's hungry. He's starving.
They start, and then you hear Don't Ask like doing a voiceover. He's like, all my favorite never foods, and it's
Don't
nothing.
ask.
Like
Yeah.
there's nothing there.
That's his name?
Don't ask is the
Yeah.
Italian
Wow.
kid.
Yeah,
That's his name.
Pockets.
Like,
Oh, don't ask.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
can you imagine how he got his name? He was living. He was like, so where are you from? Don't ask.
Don't ask.
Don't ask.
Don't ask.
And Peter Pan, Tink's like, eat up, and he's like, eat what? There's nothing
Yeah.
here. Gandhi ate more than this.
And before they eat, when Rufio's like, okay, now let's say grace.
Yeah.
And they all bow their heads and
Bless us, Lord.
yeah, and they all just scream,
Lord.
grace, and start eating.
They
So
would be
funny.
a good camp prayer. That's a good.
Just bless us, oh Lord.
For food.
Grace.
No,
And then
just for
start
food.
eating.
Grace.
It's just grace. Dude, what I wouldn't give to eat one of those pies. Like, so as he's sitting there and he's like, nothing's happening, and he gets
No,
to
but you
an
get the-
insult war.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's like the coolest part is he gets in the insult war with Rufio, and this is where the Lost Boys finally start to. It's Peter Pan, like
Yeah.
because he's complaining to Tinkerbell how he's like, I want real food, I want this and that. He's like, we don't have any of that. You boil dripping, beef fart sniffing bubble butt, and they're like, everybody's Bangarang Rufio, and they're like, come on, hit him back, like come on.
Yeah.
He's like, you have. He calls him.
Substitute?
So yeah, he does like Rufio does this big one where he talks about him being like a sack of rat guts and cat vomit,
Yeah.
scab picked, pimple finger bandage, a maggot burger with fries on the side. And they're all like, oh, and then he's like, substitute chemistry teacher. He's like math tutor, and he's Pinhead, prison barber, mother
Prison
lover,
barber.
nearsighted gynecologist. That
That's a
one's great.
nearsighted
That one's so good.
gynecologist.
It's a great one.
Dear Lord. I
In your
can't believe that
face.
snuck into a
He says-
PG movie.
In your face, camel cake. In your
In
rear,
your rear,
cow
cow
derriere.
derriere.
It does the line crying, spying, prying, ultra pig, and the one that gets him the bang road is you look crude, rude bag of pre-chewed food, dude. That gets stud butt to go.
Yeah, and then all the kids are like,
Bangarang, Bangarang. Yeah,
That's how you get it,
and
man.
then Rufio starts to get like
he's
rattled.
getting rattled.
Man, you're just stupid man. And then Rob Williams is feeling it. If I'm a maggot burger, why don't you just eat me? You zebra-headed, slime-coated, pimple-farming, paramecium brain, munching on your own mucus, suffering
Yes.
from Peter Pan envy. And they're all like, what's paramecium?
What's a
man?"
paramecium?
I'll tell you what a paramecium is. It's a one-celled organism with no brain that can't fly. Don't
Yeah.
mess with me, man. I'm a lawyer.
Yeah.
And then you get the
Panic,
panic.
panic, panic.
Funniest part of this is Rufio trying to turn him back, cheering for himself.
Yeah.
Rufio!
He's like, no, Rufio.
And then what you're talking about, Matt, you finally get the, oh, Rufio, why don't you go
Yes.
suck on a dead dog's nose? And he flicks the spoon, and
Jeez,
just a
man.
giant ball of like multicolored cream just
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the yo plot pudding.
yeah. That's the Gogurt.
Yeah,
think-
exactly.
I think some woman, baker, and this other chef lady actually were able to recreate some of these pies. I'm going to share my screen here because this food, dude. If I had one wish, it'd be like
Like
somebody
pre-chewed
make
food,
this
dude?
for me. 'cause
That's
this
exactly where my
is-
mind went, Trey.
What?
When you
Like
said this
pre-chewed
food, dude, you back a pre-chewed food, dude.
Pre-chewed food, dude. Look at that, man.
So they
Like,
made it like in
is
real life.
that?
Looks like Play-Doh.
Yeah, they made it.
It 100% looks like Play-Doh.
I don't know
It
what.
does.
I don't know what like flavor they decided, but I'm sure it's just whatever
Play-Doh.
flavor they want, and then it's just all food coloring, dude.
Yeah,
But,
food
like,
coloring.
Look at that, like
Yeah, your poop's gonna look ridiculous. After
that's
eating that
gonna be
meal.
disgusting to throw up later. I'm gonna tell
Moses
you
in the Technicolor Dreamcoat over here.
that. I don't remember eating that. Oh wait, I had hook pie for dinner. Yeah, that looks about right. I had an
So it
entire
starts,
thing of hook pie.
You're Thudbud has some of the greatest lines in this movie because that's when you get the "You're doing it, Peter," because he's so shocked because he
Yeah.
looks at the spoon like, oh, what the hell? And
Yeah, it's like that whole battle and that flick reactivated
so
his
good, dude.
imagination after all these years.
He unlocked it on the skill tree. He unlocked imagination and all the skill tree stuff. And it pans out on the table and there's food everywhere.
Yeah.
And
it's
he finally
it's like
starts
turkey
eating,
legs and all sorts of
and
stuff.
he's like, try this, Peter. And he drinks it and it looks like a milkshake. And they're like, what do you think? He's Bangarang.
And then does he go from there to the Thudbutt conversation? Or does he go from there to Tinkerbell?
No, there to Tinkerbell because he becomes Peter Pan again.
Oh, I thought that was him to the Thudbutt conversation where they start talking about
They talk about
he
Toodles.
lost his marbles.
Oh, maybe
Yeah.
it is. Yeah,
I think
you're
it is
right.
because they go and they talk about Toodles and he's like, I want you to give these to him. And he gives him a bag of marbles.
Yes.
He's like, he really did lose his marbles, didn't he? Yeah, he lost them good.
And you get Maggie singing the "You're Not Alone" song, and Jack.
Well, you get the emotional moment with Thudbutt where he's like, you know what my happy thought is, Peter? My mother.
Mine's
Yeah, and it's like so heartbreaking and devastating.
Just the layers of that reality, though. It's just that like he's been there for years. Like Thudbutt looks like he's like from like the 1800s or something like that. Like
Yeah.
so like
he analyzing him like one of the newsies.
Yeah. He can't return to the other side of like reality or Neverland, wherever this is, because she's long gone, dude. Like, you're a paper clipping, like an unsolved mystery from 200 years ago. Like and so when he says that, I thought about it this time when I was watching it. I was like, oh, it's really sad, actually. Like
I can't remember in the original
devastating.
story if it was like Peter was brought there first and then he started bringing or if the Lost Boys were just there.
I think he started collecting them, is my understanding, by
like they're
J.M.
baseball
Barrie.
cards.
Yeah, like baseball
Gotta
cards.
gotta catch them all like Pokemon.
Yeah, they're Pokemon.
Gotta
The Lost Boys are Pokemon.
Yeah, and then he goes.
And that's
He goes
why in the
from-
animated one they're all dressed like foxes.
Yes, yeah.
The Pokemon.
Yeah, and then after this conversation, they get the whole "Good Night Neverland" and the song from Maggie. You are not alone, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
When you're alone. And then the next day they go to the baseball game.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
And they're doing like the Little
Here we go.
Rascals bit
The
where
fever
they
dream.
stack two kids.
This is a fever dream. That's what this
Oh, yeah?
is. I've had this fever dream.
That
It's
you were
just-
Neverland baseball play?
It's just so funny that Captain Hook takes on the role of fun stepdad.
He really does.
Like, I own it. Oh, Jack, you like baseball and your dad doesn't come to your games? That's crazy.
Oh,
My
that's
pirate ship has a
nuts.
baseball stadium. What?
We just made for you. Based
Just
on
starts
your
love
direct-
bombing Jack. Like, I'm going to give you
Yeah.
this watch and I'm going to give you an outfit.
Yeah, what did
We're
he
gonna
give
play
Maggie? He didn't give Maggie
baseball?
shit.
Well, no, because she when they did the school, Maggie was too smart for him, and he gave her an
yeah.
F, and she was like, an F? And then they basically drug her out, and that's when she's saying, "Run home, Jack. Run home." And
Never
he's
forget
like, "What?"
mommy or
Run
daddy.
home, Jack.
Yeah.
Run home, Jack.
So then they're out at the baseball game, and there's like hilarity ensuing where the guy's stealing second, so the catcher shoots him, and
He's stealing
and-
second.
No.
And I love how the pitcher is standing there on the mound and he shoots him, and like he shoots him right through the pitcher, and the pitcher's like
Yeah.
like checking himself.
Maybe, isn't it?
I think it is, yes.
It is Shmee. Shmee's the
Because
pitcher, yeah. Yeah, just,
And then
just throw him anything, just don't throw him a
he
curveball.
swings at a terrible pitch, and Peter is hiding, and he in his normal voice was like, "Wait for the good pitches." And he's like, "Wait for the good pitches." But
I love
then
the
when he hits the home run,
yeah.
well, they first do the
Run
whole
home,
the
Jack.
guys are holding up the
Run
signs
home,
and run home, Jack. Run home, Jack. And then Captain Hook, no, Smee, they've got it backwards. Tell him to turn it around. And you can see Jack having this moment of like, run home, Jack. Where did I hear that before? So from the day before to today, he's already losing the memories of his sister and his parents, because like he's like out of touch with what is where do I know that from? Where do I know Run Home Jack from? So it's weird the power that Neverland seems to have over people.
I think Maggie says something too. She says something along the lines of like Neverland makes you forget.
Yeah.
And I
Never
think there's
forget
some
mommy or daddy. Neverland makes you forget.
I
think it depends on how
Smee
much
has
you
a
buy
little
in.
line.
I think it depends on how much you buy into it.
Yeah, and I think Shmi had a line too where he said like a day of eating our food or something like that, or like a couple days, you know, they'll be like right as rain. They won't care or remember, and you'll be their new dad, Captain Hook, you know, or something like that. I think he said something along those lines, which makes sense to me.
It's almost like Captain Hook couldn't get Peter Pan, so he said, "I'm just gonna mess with this guy. Like, I'm not stealing your kid. I'm gonna rebrand him.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be my son. He's gonna be Mini Me from Austin Powers. Look, it's me.
Yeah.
And soon I'm gonna cut off his hand and feed it to an alligator, and then he's gonna have a hook hand. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be me, Hook, and little Hook, and then maybe little Hook when that Hook has a hook.
Well, then Jack hits a blast, and he's running around. He's like, "Oh, that's my." And they say at the same time, "That's my son." And then he's
My
like,
Jack.
"That's my Jack."
Yeah.
And then he leaves, and he's all upset. And he's determined to learn how to fly.
Yes.
And he's back at the Lost Boys place, and he's trying to fly, and then the baseball comes flying in from Jack's hit and conks him right on the noggin. Yeah, he does a little. And then he ends up in Wendy's old house.
Yes.
Where
Wendy Darling.
Wendy, Jack, and what was and her other brother, John or Joe?
Michael.
I don't know.
John.
Michael. Yeah, Michael. And he's going through their stuff, and he's like, "What happened here?" And Tink tells him, "Hook burned it when you didn't come back. He burned it all." And he finds the kiss with the thimble that Wendy had given him, and he basically finds his happy thought, which is his children, and he learns to fly. And there's a great scene with him and Tink where he's flying up, and then he starts to have these bad thoughts about, you know, like him failing to touch his kid's hands, and he starts to fall, and she's like, "Hold on to that happy thought, Peter." And he stops right above the ground and busts out of there, and now he's Peter Flippin' Pan.
Yeah, wardrobe change.
Yeah, exactly.
Change.
And his hair is like, whoo.
And you get like the fly up into the air and the scrunch up and go down like the
yeah, it is. It's like straight up scrunch.
Yeah, you gotta pack up that speed and get going.
He flies in and cuts Rufio's pants down.
Yes, yeah. I had that
basically shows off.
And he draws the line in the sand.
Play.
Yeah, he's doing all that, and he draws the line in the sand, and they all run over. And even Rufio at this point that's when you get the "you can fly, you can fight, and you can." They all do it at the same time.
And then
he's basically like, "Boys, we got to go to war."
Presents the sword to.
I love the way he presents it too, where it's just like, "Here you go.
Yes,
this is yours."
Yeah, just like you would.
So the way Peter Pan flies intrigued me too, because I was like, okay, because he kind of can take it any direction he wants. Like he doesn't have to necessarily like Superman the whole time, you know. He can flip, he can fly, he can lay on his back. Like it's just it's effortless, and that kind of idea behind it. And I had that thought. I was watching the new Superman that came out, and I was like, how many versions did the original guy who drew Superman go through to finally decide like that's the way he flies? Because I had a thought, I was like, I wonder if like he came up with like the first one was like both feet out and both fists out at the same time, kind of riding like a motorcycle, or if it was just like straightforward, like going that way, or if it was backwards.
Nah, man,
just
it's natural. It's natural.
It's just natural.
Like you're gonna fly. You're like, yeah, I'm out.
Like this.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm flying.
I hope there's drawing somewhere of Superman flying where it's just a head. It's like the body's hanging down and it's just his head going forward. It's just all about the forward jaw motion. Anyways, I'll go back.
Well, then they talk about how they need to go to war to get his kids back, and you end up with the nighttime before the fight, and you get one of the weirdest, in my opinion, scenes of the movie.
Strange scene
where
him and
Tink
be full size for a little while.
Yeah, him and Tinkerbell are hanging out talking, and she becomes full size. She's in a beautiful dress. She looks gorgeous, like young Julia Roberts, which I heard she was a nightmare to work on or to work with on this movie.
Yeah.
They say later that, like in the interviews and stuff, that they think it was because of all the pressure she was under outside of filming. She was, I think, going through a divorce. The paparazzi were hounding her like crazy, so she was just like crazy stressed out. But apparently, she was a real bitch to work with, and so. But she's huge, and she tells Peter, "I want to give you something that I've always wanted to give you." And he's like, okay. And he's now a child. He is little Peter Pan in a grown man's body. He has lost all his, he doesn't remember like his kids. He doesn't remember anything. He's just having fun as Peter Pan again.
Yeah.
And she says she wants to give him a kiss. So he holds his hand out because that was how Wendy and him did it. She put a thimble in his hand. He gave her a trinket for her kiss. And then she says, no, a real kiss. And she lays it on him, and she makes a bunch of noises that's like, yo.
Yeah.
I think she needs to chill out. She's getting a little excited.
Yeah.
Like Smee and Captain Hook had a thing.
Yeah.
Tink's trying to have a thing with Robin. I mean, with Peter.
With Robin,
a lot of sexual tension going on.
It's just funny because Peter, as a child, becomes so emotionally unavailable that he friend zones a literal fairy that like became human for him. Like, Peter, I'm here. No.
She didn't understand. He didn't understand anything that was going on. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. And like I remember watching this, and I was like, "Is she not wearing a?" Oh, she is wearing a dress. Okay, that's good.
She's got her dress on.
That's the scene where he cuts Rufio's pants down.
Yeah, that was the scene. Yes, he comes in,
That's
cuts his
good
pants.
scene right there.
He has to go fashion a new belt out of turtle skin or whatever they're making.
He just uses one of his mohawks.
Yeah, just starts taking it out and like weaving it to a belt. Just real quick, Rufio.
And doesn't she call him stupid ass?
Yeah, you stupid ass. Like, what are you doing, you stupid? And because he does have this moment, except it was hilarious in Robin Williams' portrayal where like she's in her little clock house and he sticks the shades in. He's like, "We're gonna have a good time, right?" It's like, this is a good place. Yeah. He does that, and then when she grows, she explodes. Essentially, she's like, "Your house, you're humongous."
Yeah. You broke your house.
You broke your house.
You're humongous.
And she's surprised by it. She's like, "Oh God, oh okay, I really did it." And apparently, you only get one wish when you're a fairy, which I was like, "Oh, that's sad." She just busted it on this guy, like,
yeah.
And he gives her the most polite rejection in the history of rejections. He's like,
"Yeah." Well, she tries to kiss him again, and he says, "He's like, I," because she says, "I love you, Peter. I've always loved you," and he says, "I love more what? Mora.
Yeah.
More. I love Mora." Wendy, Jack, like starts remembering his kids and his actual life outside of Neverland.
Yeah.
And did they already talk about his story and how he became Peter Pan? Because this is the thing that makes the least sense.
Well, I think it's
in the whole movie.
I think it's when the baseball hits him in the head. He starts to remember all this stuff.
Yeah, when they're in the burned out Wendy's place.
Yeah,
that's it. Because he finds the teddy bear.
He's like, I remember.
He starts looking at it, he's like,
I remember my mother. And in a bassinet.
Like, he's
no,
in
don't jackass.
What they call a pram. He's an infant, and his mom starts talking about all these things. He's going to become a judge like his father, and he ended up becoming a lawyer. But
so not bad. Where'd he go?
He decides as an infant to run away, and he rolls off, and nobody notices.
That was his decision. That was his decision.
Like, that's certainly the way it makes it seem. He's like, I didn't want to grow up, so his pram just rolls off, and it's like, wait. I mean, did he like release the brake? Like, what happened here?
Were you behind the bassinet the whole time? Is that what this was? You're actually 13 standing behind.
You're 10, like you were 10 the whole time because you can't grow older. So he goes to Neverland taken by Tink in a blanket, and Tinkerbell takes him to Neverland. So he's an infant, and you can't grow up in Neverland. So he's an infant forever. Like,
she had to bring
how did he become a 10-year-old?
She had to periodically bring him back to London so he could age a little bit.
Just age out a little bit. All right, no, this looks pretty good. No, let's take him back. No, okay,
so
a little
weird.
more.
He's still losing. No, we lost another. We lost another one of the Tiger Lilies people. We got to take him back, get him bigger, get him stronger.
Yeah.
Okay, now he's being really pretty consistently. This is good.
This feels really Tim Burton-y. Am I wrong?
Yeah, it does. That whole part did.
That feels super Tim Burton-y. Which
Tim Burton's
makes sense.
Neverland would be a hell of a thing.
Oh, that'd be really cool. Actually, I wonder if he would do that. That would be really cool. I was
Because
thinking about all the other remakes they did with Peter Pan in the mid 2000s, and they did that one with Hugh Jackman where he sings "Here We Are Now, Entertain Us," Teen Spirit, like
never
a
seen it.
cappella, and it's kind of interesting. It's anyway.
Hmm.
No, but like as a baby, the reason he says for running away, and I'm sorry to be always the morbid guy on here, but he says the reason I don't want to grow up is because when things grow up, that means you have to die. And it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he didn't want to die.
6-year-old, like 6-month-old baby, sure, like you're wrestling with mortality. I totally
This is
get
definitely a Tim Burton
that.
movie.
Yeah, this is definitely
seriously.
Tim. Yeah, this is Tim Burton's baby in that prom. Yeah, so then it's a pretty good like transition to where then they're getting ready for battle, and I love how you see both sides, and like the Lost Boys is all just like made like from home materials and stuff,
Yeah,
things
they
that
have
like they
wicker
find
armor.
around like bamboo and stuff, and then like the pirates are getting ready and they're getting dressed, and it's just such a great like contrast between this two. And I always appreciated like the uniqueness of this like armor design. Like I
Yeah.
don't know what the strategy is with the holes in the hat, but I'm pretty sure that's a pumpkin on his head.
Yeah,
And
or a watermelon.
yeah, it's a pumpkin or a watermelon there.
Now it's a
and
pumpkin. Tyler.
I got a watermelon on my head.
They got helmets on their
Watermelon.
head. I
got
got
'em.
one alone instead.
Keep me safe. Yeah. And all the
This
little
part
like
is-
slingshot contraptions.
This
were
part is
hilarious,
just so
dude.
you could get Rob Williams to go buck, 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 buck.
Oh yeah, and that the chicken gun, which like so many of their weapons make no sense. Like they shoot the chicken eggs into their face, and like okay, so you wipe the egg off, and now you can fight again. Like
Now
they're
you
not
just start
hurt, they're
killing
not out of the
kids.
fight.
I mean,
The one that,
Yeah,
the one that
seriously.
worked, the one that worked is they get to this big, like they get to this big climax in the middle, and the Lost Boys are getting surrounded, and they're like, "Take it," and they give him this gun that shoots like 6 different ways, and they filled it with dye.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh,
that
yeah,
would
yes.
water you die, like
'cause
in your
that would
face.
suck.
Yeah,
I'm
the
sure
one
that
guy's
doesn't
like,
tickle.
my eyes, my
Yeah.
eyes.
Oh, and it's all red and everything too. So I guess that was supposed to be like their horrors of war.
Yeah, there's
against
like
the
red,
10-year-olds.
yellow, green, blue. Like there's
Yes.
all kinds of colors coming out of that
But-
gun.
And then you get like the contrast between like Matt was saying, it's like a playground brawl with like stage props. Like here we got chickens,
Yes.
and we got but it's like an epic fight, but at the same time it's the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen.
Yeah.
They're
They do like the
stakes.
marble slips, and then what's his name tucks himself into a ball. and
Yeah,
rolls
that is the
down
weirdest thing where he
planks.
sits down and all of a sudden his legs are just like up here. It's very gold member.
God,
Oh,
I wish
that- Yeah,
yes,
that
it is gold member. Yes. Oh, smoking a pancake. Yeah.
Bonging a blitz, pipe and a crepe.
Bogging it.
No, there's no pleasing you.
You're talking about Thudbutt, where he turns
Yeah,
into a bowling
Thudbutt.
ball, rolls
He
down the
turns into
stairs.
his rolling ball.
Yeah, Thudbutt. He, like literally like, and his legs are like vertical with his body, and he
And
just
then he
rolls
gets
down
up
the
and he does
stairs.
the
Yeah, when he goes down
Yeah.
the actual like
the little
ramp to
ball
the ship
ringing
to the
on his
boat.
head.
Yeah,
I thought it was great though that like they gave the little kid like, oh, you're gonna be Captain Hook, little mini me, like you said, and they were like in the middle of his ear piercing like ceremony, because apparently every pirate's like I guess coming of age is like you get your first earring, and he tells him something. He's like, now brace yourself, lad, because this is really, really going to hurt.
Yeah, 'cause I'm gonna do it with this dull hook.
yeah.
What a
I thought it was
stepdad-
funny too how he says, "Okay, now tilt your head over a little bit," and Jack like tilts his head just like that, and then he goes a little bit more, and Jack is like this, like head's cranked all the way over.
What a stepdad thing to do, to take the kid and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
we'll go get some
We'll get a
earrings. Let's go.
tattoo.
Get a tattoo, get some leather jackets, put a big
Put a
bird
big-
on the back.
Bird on the bag.
Yeah, and then
Uh,
Peter cuts through the sail of the ship in his
Yes, and
shape.
Perfectly
But
silhouettes
he
himself.
Superman poses it. He like it's funny because he cuts his shape and then like apparently sprints backwards so he can
Yeah.
like, herp.
Yeah, Mirror. Arise. I mean, you gotta admit, I mean, he has a
A flair for the
liking
dramatic.
Yeah.
a flair for the dramatic, yeah, for the theatrics.
And then
of
they
it all.
free They free Maggie. He goes
Yeah,
in and
because
fights
he's about to fight Hook.
Yeah.
Peter and Hook are about to fight.
When
Yeah.
Jack's
And-
rejecting him, like, I am home.
Roofy.
Yeah, I am home, and he goes and like snuggles into Captain Hook. Like,
Yeah.
Because
gross.
Hook wants to fight Rufio when Jack is
Which I didn't understand because he has like the big sword with the fancy like guard on the handle, and then he hands that sword off and pulls out another sword to do his sword fighting with. I'm very confused by that.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Oh shit!
Yeah.
I had something to go back and watch.
But
Right.
they're about to fight, and Pan like just Barry Allen's his way in there. No,
Yeah.
he's mine.
He's mine. But then you
But
get
then
that
Maggie
great...
screams,
Yeah.
"Jack, help!"
No, she screams, "Daddy!" And he's like,
yeah.
"Whoop,
yeah.
bye!" And he goes, "Here comes Pan!" And you see him swinging the sword around.
Couple of the best gags in the whole movie were where he's going through like the different ships and he's trying to find Maggie and he gets there and he stops and he clashes swords with one other pirate and the guy goes, "Wait, ain't you?" And he goes, "Peter
Yeah.
Pan." He goes, "Okay," and just hops out.
Yeah, and you
He
get
throws
the
his sword down and jumps out the window.
you get the Wilhelm scream. You get the
Yes.
as he jumps out the window.
Allow me. Just pause. I'll be right back. And I was like, that's a guy I would follow. The guy who jumped out the window who's like, dude, I'm not winning this. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go with that guy. And it was like, he's gonna
Seriously.
live longer. But I love that scene with Dustin Hoffman like taunting Rufio and he does that Rufio. Rufio. And like you see Dante's face, his whole expression changes and he's like, yeah, buddy, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so cool as
As soon
a
as
kid,
Pan
man.
takes off, he looks away from Captain Hook after Pan flying, and then he does the Rufio thing, and this big like creepy smile comes across Rufio's face, and he turns back like, okay, it's go time. Like
turns
this is
into
what
the
I've been
grid.
waiting for.
He turns into
He
the grid
does.
for 5 seconds.
He does. And then the one pirate that gives Peter a run for his money happens to be carrying Maggie away.
As the guard.
And, yeah. And gives Rufio and Hook time to have this whole fight while Pan saves Maggie,
Yeah.
gets her out of there, gets her to where the Lost Boys are, and then goes to waving his sword around in circles again, goes to get in on the fight. Goes to get in on the fight with Rufio and Hook, and gets there just in time to watch Rufio say, "Looky, looky, I've got Hooky," as he pins Hook's sword to the ground.
And does the dumbest like series of moves. He's parrying nothing. You have him into the ground and you look for the parry. No, you just smash square at that point.
I think there's you just start hitting. You just start busting. Yeah, like dude, like he's got at least 60 years on them, dude. Like I think you can take him out. Like but I think there's something to it with like the Lost Boys like mentality of it is that like because a lot of their weapons are not lethal. And so I wonder if there's like a lot of like the idea behind what they do, like how they have a war is they fight, but it's supposed to be more
it's like humiliating
play. Yeah. Humiliating. Yeah. It's
except
not supposed
for Rufio,
to be,
who's packing the sword.
yes.
Right.
It's not supposed to be so much about the carnage. It's just kind of something to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and so I think Dustin Hoffman, like Hook, breaking that like makes it even more like, oh, like dude, like
well,
that's not
the weird part is they talk about killing Lost Boys, and the Lost Boys talk about killing pirates.
Yeah.
The whole movie, like apparently at some point somebody's killing somebody, and Smee even asks him, "Do you want to go look for the Indians and kill Tiger Lily and
Thank
her
God they
group and
skipped that
kill
scene.
some of them?" And he's like, "No, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Like, all bummed. I'm tired of killing Indians." Like, Jesus.
Yeah,
man, how many Indians
this
are you
whole
killing?
movie is based on Hook having an existential crisis because he's bored.
I mean, that's why it's called Hook and not Peter Pan.
I guess that's true.
That's why this movie's called Hook. Like, but like I think, like you said, like the thimble is a kiss, right?
Yeah.
So like killing, like giving a thimble is the equivalent of that. Like killing might have some other, connotation to it, some other understanding.
maybe.
It's like it's not.
But this
so
is where
much
the
about
movie
that.
kind of reminds you, like, hey, this guy's dangerous. Like, this is
Yeah.
not like you've been having fun chaos training time and your food fights and your crowing moments. He just killed your number two. Like,
Yeah.
and he cheated. Remember, he's not gonna play by your rules. He's gonna cheat.
Yeah.
He's gonna kidnap your kids. He's gonna brainwash them. He's gonna try to pierce their ears. Like, yeah.
Oh, and we also got another David Crosby look when he gets shot he gets hit in the nuts
with a loose board. A very
loose board. He starts stomping on boards and he finds one and he's like, "Got him!" Oh God, I laughed at that as a kid so much, dude. This is so funny. So he starts messing with you. You get this great scene where like him and Pan start facing off and like Hook starts sharpening his hook on the grindstone, like as it's spinning. He's like, you're not really Peter Pan, right? You're Peter Panning. He's like a middle-aged man who's angry with his wife and all these other things.
And hides from his wife and children.
Drinks too much, hides from his wife and children. Yes, that's it. He's like, you'll wake up, this will all be a bad dream. And you're just like, oh man, dude, this is hitting hard. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it all climaxes there at the end with the I just had it. It was a great picture of the crocodile who is not alive, but is in the thing.
Yeah,
I don't know
they never really talk about it. I guess it's another one of those Magic and Neverland kind of deals.
Yeah, he's kind of
that's horrifying, actually.
Like the short answer is like, no, it's not alive. But the long answer is like, but maybe.
Yeah, but what if it still was? And
because
when they start fighting around the crocodile and everything, and it's like Captain Hook's afraid of an old dead croc.
Captain Hook's afraid of an old dead croc. Captain Hook's
afraid of time.
Ticking away, and it's the ting, ting, ting.
All the kids hit him with a clock.
Although I will say the Lost Boys get over Rufio's death rather quickly,
real fast,
because they go into the fight, and Peter immediately is like, "Okay, happy fun time again." Like, save him a kid. Here we go.
That's amazing though. But look, I just noticed there's no pirates either. It's just the kids.
Yeah, because the pirates all got like crap on their faces, and they fell down on some marbles,
and they got hit
the balls.
They got step-boarded over the side of the boat.
Yeah. Some of them jumped by themselves. I imagine
that was a funny thing too when the Lost Boys start storming the ship, and they're swinging over, and like some of the swings have weighted bags so that it pulls other Lost Boys up, and then there's the weird boat contraption that comes in, and Lost Boys have to jump off the ship to launch other Lost Boys on. I'm like, well, cool, you just replaced yourself. That's all you did. Like you were up there, and now they're up there, but you're down here.
They needed a breather.
I guess so. They just got there though.
Subbing out. Sub me out. I'm tired. I need juice.
We look tired. We need new players. Trade places. What? Oh, they changed it up.
Change it up.
Change it up.
Scream it.
Get out there, cat. Get out there, cat.
But you get this, and the Rufio death is what breaks the Jack, like mind control.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Dad, because Rufio's like, I wish I had a dad like you. And Jack's like, I'm sorry. He threw me. He came to a baseball game.
He's like,
oh, you're gonna let me get an earring. Like, I'm sorry, Dad.
Oh, he does have like an oh shit, I'm sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
I didn't mean for your friend to die. This is too far. This was too far.
And not only that, but he sees now, like, my dad is Peter Pan.
Yeah,
like,
and,
my dad's cool.
And this guy's a piece of crap.
Yeah, for real.
It'd be pretty cool if they're like, so does the flying genetics like get to go through the rest of the
But anybody can fly as long as they got a Tinkerbell.
You got a happy thought.
Yeah.
Can have that.
And happy thoughts.
Yeah.
If you have crippling depression, flying may be difficult.
Yeah, it could be hard.
Unless that's your happy. Maybe that's more of a safe
place.
Have
you seen that meme on like Instagram? It's this guy walking with his girlfriend. She goes, "Babe, what do we have?" And he goes, "Crippling depression." She goes, "No, in the bag." And he goes, "Oh, tacos." Oh,
tacos. Tacos. Yeah. Oh man, that's a good one.
But Pan humiliates Hook in this fight. He's just beating him down, and you get like the Dustin Hoffman old man like where he loses his sword.
And he flips his wig off, and it lands on. Do you know that pirate's name by any chance?
Which one?
The one that's like the smallest, even though he's not actually the smallest.
Do you mean the Lost Boy?
Yes, sorry,
was like,
the lost
what?
boy.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
not the pirate. The one that's like, Peter Pan's got kids.
I
Like
believe
always
his
says,
name is Too Small.
Pockets.
okay,
that
No,
Pockets?
no, Pockets is the little
is
black
the stretchy
kid.
face,
Oh, yeah.
the little black kid who's a
Yeah.
stretchy face.
The one
But I
that
believe-
like spits on the candle and goes, "Good night, Neverland." He has like the weird lisp and
Yes.
the funny way he talks.
90% sure his name is Too Small.
Okay.
Yes,
Because then
and
it
he's
like
played.
the hat and wig land on that kid like perfectly, and like it's like cocked off to the side, but it's on him.
Yeah,
And Peter's got Hook beat, and he says, "Give me my dignity. You took my hand. You owe me that much." And so he gives him back the wig, and he like puts it on his head all crooked.
After all,
and
what would the world be
what
like?
will be like Captain Hook. Yeah, because he's gonna leave with his kids and everything, and he was gonna leave earlier too in the fight.
yeah. He was like, "I'm
But
going."
Hook throws out there like,
Oh,
there will be
that's the callback I was talking about at
yeah,
because
there will be notes pinned to the doors
of your
with
children.
daggers of your children and your children's
Children's
children and
children.
your children's children's children.
Do you? You can tell Dustin Hoffman's running out of air at that part because he's like, "Do you hear me?"
I love the way that like that they get to portray like Dustin Hoffman, that he like with the wig off and everything, it kind of like takes away all of his power like in that field. It's like, oh, he's not scary, he's just a really sad old man.
Yeah, they almost feel
old
sorry
man.
for him a little bit.
Yeah,
Without a
It's like,
mom.
you need a mommy very badly, as Maggie proclaimed. And then yeah, so I mean, he's got him by the throat, and like you said, he gives him his dignity, and he tells him, "I want you to, take your ships, leave Neverland, and never come back." And he's like, "Good for Peter, good for."
Strike,
And-
Peter Pan. You killed Rufio.
Yes.
You kidnapped my
Yeah.
children. You
That's
deserve
it.
to die. Strike, Peter Pan. Strike true.
Strike. And they have this like last minute tussle where he has like a pop out knife. This thing comes out. I was like, dude, this guy is equipped,
Yeah.
man. He's got hidden daggers and shit all over him.
James Hook is Neverland.
Well, yeah, because they basically try to tell him like he's not worth it. Like, let's go.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna exile him. Just
Yeah,
like-
they're basically just gonna leave, and he's like, after that's when he says the line like, after all, what would the world be like without Captain Hook? And he gives him his sword back, and as he reaches for the sword, he puts the hook across his arm and cuts his arm, and that's when Jack yells, "Bad form!"
Now we end this.
Yeah. And but then later on he's got him pinned
There's
down or
McNabb.
whatever, and
Yeah.
he shoots the dagger out and rushes up on him and gets him pinned to the crocodile.
Yeah,
And he's
to
got
the
the knife up
belly.
under his chin, and he's giving the whole speech, and he's gonna kill him by bringing the hook down on him. And Tink comes in, blocks the hook, and Peter grabs it and slams it into the crocodile's belly.
And this
Yeah.
is where you get the ambiguous "is it alive?" because that thing
Yeah.
feels that.
Yeah, and it lets out this like monstrous groan, and
Yeah.
all this dust comes out of its mouth and everything.
And
Everyone's
the-
like,
and
"Oh shit!"
Everything
down
around
on
it
like-
starts breaking off, like it's
Yeah, all
moving, like
the-
it's shrugging the
supports.
yeah. And
They
the
would have been
clock
like,
falls
"Holy
out of
shit!
its
That thing
mouth.
could have done this the whole time." What? What do you mean this could have done this the whole time?
The whole
All you see is Sally Field.
time.
That's right, Sally Field. The whole time. The whole time.
Don't touch me. Don't talk to me.
Oh man, more to talk about with that one. I think we did. We covered Mrs. Doubtfire.
We did Miss
but
Doubtfire, yeah.
God, the older I get, the more I'm like, yeah, Sally was right. She was right
Yeah.
to be angry. What the?
Yeah,
Anyway.
dude, your husband is a crazy person.
You ate my
Yeah,
pagone.
there's a donkey in the house, folks, in San Francisco. There's a donkey in the house. We need to be, let's be realistic.
Yeah, but she did bring home a cake with coconut on it, so get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Slap
I mean,
her
the
around a
donkey
bit.
liked it. The little horse did. Well, so yeah, so they shove it. That's it's alive. It starts breaking apart. It's a great creepy scene because I mean, it totally, it's
Well,
disorienting in a weird way.
the-
Like,
The creepiness gets broken up a little bit by him going, "No, not me."
well, I love that. Like the croc looks down at him like that. Like, and you're like, oh shit, and he kind of like gives a little like, head
Like,
turned
what
to
the hell's
it.
happening?
With his
Oh,
weird
like-
bald head at this point, like his super shiny, like the lights were behind him, so his blonde hair is like.
Yes, yes. Oh, that was this. Yeah. Oh, I had that image up for just a second ago. Please
Yeah.
come check out our YouTube. Actually, our video is Spotify now too. So our Spotify also has video now. So hip hip hooray! Oh, Smee.
Oh, that's
yeah,
a funny part too, where
We
Smee's
didn't mention Smee.
tells
Yeah.
him to retreat, and he's like, Smee, Smee, Smee,
Dude.
Smee.
Smee.
What about
He
me?
tells him Smee's
I'm Smee.
standing. There's a couple funny parts that we kind of skipped over where like Peter's at the bottom of the stairs
Oh,
and he's gonna go up to fight Hook and Hook stomps his foot twice and the red carpet folds back in and then but I don't know exactly the moment it happens, but he says like do something, Smee.
Yeah.
And Smee like runs off and goes into the captain's quarters and he's like, Smee, what about Smee? Smee, what about Smee? Smee. What? Smee, what about me? And starts shoving jewels down his pants.
yeah, he's like, I'm out, dude.
He's like,
I'm
screw
done.
this, I'm done, dude.
I'm done. I'm gonna.
He's like, that
brokerage,
guy's-
like,
You killed Rufio. He's going to destroy.
Yeah. I'm brokeraging a deal with Tink. She's gonna get me out of here. I'm gonna take all this gold.
no, he's
and just
brokeraging
go-
a deal with Tiger Lily. Tiger
Yeah,
Lily.
with Tiger Lily. Yeah. going back to London, and then being a Roger Rabbit film.
But then you
Yeah.
get the
Wait, that was early.
after the alligator falls on him. Another indication that it might be alive is it burps.
Yes.
Mhm.
And the kids are
And then you
running
get
around
Twist
it
Ball
like,
going,
"Oh, this is fine." Yeah.
Hook's gone.
Yeah, Hook's gone. And then yeah, they start
No more.
basically
Hook.
having
No.
like a celebration around the head of the crocodile. And when Peter comes up underneath, he sees his kids, and then
He's
he
like,
realizes like
"Ah,
we gotta
crap.
go.
Sorry,
We gotta
guys.
go.
Reality.
Why wouldn't you
Yeah.
just go get your family?
And
Like
bring
go
'em
get
back.
Granny Wendy, go get Toodles, go get Liza, Go
Ooh,
get,
good question.
Mora, and bring them back to Neverland where you live as a god who can fly.
Forever. I think it's J.M. Barrie's like whole idea of like, when he was writing it, was like, well, yeah, to live forever, but to die would be an awfully big adventure. And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all
Death
right.
is the only adventure.
Death is the only adventure I have left.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to die.
Yeah,
Then
so
they say goodbye, and
he has to
he
pick a
has
new
to
yeah, he has
yeah,
to
and
pick
he's
a new pants.
walking
No,
up
you
and
go ahead.
down, and he's like, "Who will I choose?" He's walking up and down the line of the Lost Boys, and they're all looking at it. Man, Thudbutt has the greatest expression where he's just in awe of this sword,
Yes.
and then he picks Thudbutt, and
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, my dude got his due, and he gives him the sword, and he says like, as the biggest of the Lost Boys, you
There
have
it
to
is.
protect.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to protect everybody in Neverland, and keep
Anyone
everyone
who's smaller
safe.
than you.
Yeah, Too Small says, "Who do I protect?" Never bugs. Little ones. And then
Oh,
Peter
all three
turns to
of us.
Tinkerbell. Yeah, little.
Yeah.
Tink turns to Tinkerbell and says, "Tink, make my kids fly."
Make my kids
So-
glow.
Oh, make my kids glow. You're right. You're right. And sprinkles the fairy dust over him, and he's like, "Okay, think happy thoughts." And this girl takes the biggest shot at him.
Yeah.
Mommy.
Straight up, that would be my daughter though. You
Just
sprinkle her, she'd be like, "Mommy, screw you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I just fought off like 75 pirates
I just
I
to
learned
ran
to
save your
fly.
life.
from a dungeon,
Yes.
Yeah.
A giant crocodile.
and I was an
And-
accountant 3 days ago.
Your first thing
What's
is
the
mommy?
What's the part when we get the line from, I think it's Jack, where he's like, "We were there and you were there."
Yeah, it's
you didn't
when
even you didn't even
You didn't
try.
try.
no, it's when Hook is talking to them. It's when he's starting to brainwash Jack, and he's like, "If your father would, he could have saved you." He's like, "We were there.
Yeah.
We were there. He just didn't try."
Yeah. But for some reason that stuck with me like all these years. Like, we
Yeah.
were there. You were there.
Yeah.
You didn't even try.
He's a
Whenever I
great
would like
actor
do
for a
bad
little
on a
kid.
test in college,
Yeah, he
or
really was.
something, whenever I would do like bad on a test in college or something, like Tyler would be like, "You just didn't try." That's it. You just-
You were there, and it
You
was
were
there.
there.
You didn't even try.
I'd be like, "I did try," and he's like, "I know, dipshit." That's
I tried. We tried to save his life, but he just died on us. I don't know what to do. You were there.
You didn't even try.
He didn't try. Trey went to medical school. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, and then, so for some reason, when they go back, the kids go right into the window.
It's where
and
you
they're
were taken?
inside the house.
Is it where you were taken? Is that what it is? It's like
Maybe.
like when you respawn in a video game. It's your last
Well,
checkpoint.
But it doesn't make sense because Peter was taken from the same room, but he's outside by a statue.
He's trying to find his phone.
But
Yeah.
he's not. But he's not at first. He wakes up there, and for some reason the kids go in, and Mora has passed out from waiting up for 3 days or whatever it's been,
Breathing.
Something.
waiting for her children and her husband to come home.
It's a large amount of booze laying around. You didn't show
And they say, like, let's not wake her up yet. And for some reason the creeper kids get in the beds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You guys are some assholes.
yeah, seriously. And then Wendy comes in and she says, "Oh, you've been up all night." She says, "Yes, I can't stop thinking about the children, what's happening." And then she's like, "The children," and the little more Maggie's like, "Mommy!" Like shoots up out of the bed, and like they come out, they have this emotional moment, and it cuts to Peter waking up by the statue in the snow,
Yeah.
and there's
And the
a man.
statue is like a boy like trying to eat a sword. Like it's like
a sword swallower.
Oh, it is a weird statue. You're right. Yeah.
And there's a man there sweeping up, and he says,
thought it was a
"Do you have a
Peter
fight
Pan
with the missus?
yeah.
if-
Bit of trouble with the missus.
If not, there will be when you get home."
And he's like sweeping up beer bottles. It's
Yeah.
like he's like
Yeah,
Did you
and
just
it's
drink out here like all night.
and
"No,
it's
this
me.
is work. You guys keep going.
and it's me. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is, and it's Bob Hoskins actually sweeping up beer bottles like in a public park that I guess is on the back side of their house. Like I don't know,
Yeah,
because the front side of their house is the street, and we
right.
saw
The
that.
street and another
And
house,
Yeah, in another house, but he's
a
in
row of houses.
the courtyard, which I guess is being publicly maintained by Bob Hoskins. Like
I guess.
it doesn't
But
make a lot of sense.
it also kind of does make sense because earlier in the movie, when they're putting the kids to bed, Jack gets in his bed and he lifts his pillow and he's like, "Where's my baseball? Who took my baseball?" And
Yeah.
Maggie says, "The weird man at the window." And
That's the
they said,
creepiest thing.
"Yeah." And they say, like, "There was no man at the window." And she says, "Yeah, he says he's a window washer."
Oh my
And
god!
it's like,
yeah.
okay, hopefully the connection is it was Smee,
Yeah.
because at least we know that he's getting it on with Captain Hook, so he's not doing anything to these
He's
poor
not.
children.
Yeah, he's not looking at the cruise. He's not taking on
Yeah.
to some island in the middle.
He's
of
just
the
he's
oh,
just trying to
Jesus.
get the war going for
This is
Peter
getting
and
worse.
Hook.
The more we
Yeah.
describe this, is getting worse. That's probably one of the that's probably one of the creepiest things any kid can say to their parents is like, "Oh, yeah, it's the guy at the window took it." You're like,
And not only that, but
"What?"
the weird man at the window.
Yes, like they know something's off about him, but it's
Yeah,
he's
something right.
something ain't right. But it wasn't alerting enough that I'm gonna tell my parents. Like one time, my daughter Cora, when she was like, I think she was like 2 or 3 years old, she would in her room in one of the houses when we were living in Atlanta at the time. She would like we'd be hanging out, playing, reading books, we're on the floor, and she would just every now and then would just kind of stop and stare at this corner of the room and just would not look away, and I'd be like, "Honey," like I'd like try to bring her attention back down, and she just keeps staring in the corner of that room. And honestly, that last point, I just like grabbed her face and I was like, "Honey, whatever it is, just don't nod, just don't talk to it, don't acknowledge
That's creepy.
it. It'll go away. It'll be fine." She just-
Some people are sensitive.
some people are, and I think my kids are, and I don't.
That's
And
creepy
so
as hell.
I always tell her, I was just like, if you see it, it wants your attention, just ignore it. So don't even talk about the creepy man who was at the weird man who was at the window. I think it was a
Seriously.
window washer. No, just don't say anything about it.
The problem with that was there really was a creepy man who was a window washer, and he came back with a bunch of pirates, and they took him.
The one time you should have told us, Maggie. The one time we could have. Well, like I was weirded out by that. With like he's cleaning up the beer bottles, and I was like, oh, I didn't get that as a kid. I just thought it was just a trashy little courtyard or something. But I wonder if they're like trying to allude to the idea that like, okay, well maybe he drank himself to a point of hysterics, and he fell out that balcony window and the kids were actually never missing. That he dreamed he
I
went
don't think so.
back to that, and the kids
I
just
don't
wake
think
up and
so.
they're like, "Mommy," you know.
Because I mean, like the mom wasn't wasted, and the mom was waiting in their rooms for days.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay,
And Wendy talks about how like it was like the Peter Pan story was written from
Yeah.
their experience, like by
Oh,
their
yes.
neighbor. She explains how their neighbor heard them telling their stories, and he thought it was a great story, so he wrote it down. But it was an actual real story.
Yeah.
That's why Peter Pan was written.
And there's a movie with Johnny Depp, again, Finding Neverland, which is about
Mhm.
J.M. Barrie kind of and his relationship with the family next door, and they have this experience. I guess she's sick, and it's kind of a mystery disease. It might be cancer. I mean, this was the early 1900s and some, or 1800s. No, 19. Sorry, excuse me. And it is kind of interesting how they, in that movie, which I suggest go watch it if you like this kind of lore and want to know more about it. Finding Neverland with Johnny Depp. It's pretty interesting the way they depict like the rules and the thoughts and the process behind why Peter Pan is written in the way it is, and the idea of Neverland, being this eternal place of play and fun and never dying and stuff like that. So man, I can't tell you like how much I this is such a nostalgic movie, and I just learned today, I was rewatching some clips from it, that there was such a division between the critics
No, the
and
critics hated it.
yeah,
Well, not
critics
hated
hated
it, but
it.
they really panned it. They really
Yeah,
panned it.
and they
Yeah,
they nominated it for a Razzie.
a Razzie. Yeah.
I can't believe that. Like, this movie's not like that bad. This
Well,
isn't Eight Crazy
we talk about
Nights.
this. We talk about this. I have a buddy in my office that like he loves movies. He has like a
Yeah.
Regal pass or an AMC pass, and he
Oh,
goes
nice. Yeah.
to like every single movie that comes out. He goes to see movies by himself all the time, and I talk about it with him all the time. Like when I look at like Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like that, like your critic score means nothing to me.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
your audience score, it holds some weight, but the critic score means nothing because what are these jackasses out here judging things on? And from what
Yeah.
I saw is like they didn't like the soundstage sets. They didn't like how it looked. It wasn't filmed like on location. It was like sound stages and all this stuff. Like, get out of here. Like,
But that's what makes it like feel fantastical in that way.
yeah.
Like,
How you
there's
gonna
something
film
about
on
it
location
feeling,
in Neverland?
yeah, like, where's
Go to Michael
location in
Jackson's
Neverland?
house? Like, what are we doing?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be there. Y'all can use my pool. Anyways, yeah, I completely disagree, because like I think you look at this movie shot by shot, the scenes and the sets are so incredible, so rich, and there is something about that because Peter Pan was originally put on as a play, and I think it kind of pays homage to that, to be using sound stages where you can, if you really look, I mean, you really have to look in the background, in the corners, where you can kind of see where the light is hitting up against a wall or a ceiling. Like, there's very few shots where they were so good about filling up every inch of that stage. But yeah, I thought that was really strange that they panned it like that, to be so
Yeah. I
divided.
thought it was really
I
stupid.
mean,
It's a great movie. It's a wonderful classic movie. And it stood the test of time. There's now, even when you watch it, it's so entertaining and so fun.
Yeah.
There are scenes where like he's flying and it's it's rough to
a
watch.
little, I mean, not even
Yeah.
like, not even
But
horrible.
it's like you just know like yeah he's on cables. He's like I mean like now when people fly it's like wow like that guy just
Yeah.
flew on out of there like
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Funny, I feel
Looking
like
good.
now that like the audience that it was made for has gone from being the Lost Boys to being Peter Panning. So to them,
Yeah.
it kind of hits harder. Like, oh man, if only there was a place that like we didn't have to go pay our taxes and
It's a perfect movie for our show.
yeah.
It is
It's a perfect movie for
Absolutely
our show.
right. It is perfect for us. Oh man.
Pete-
Well,
Trey and Matt's got kids.
Yes, kid.
It's got kids. I do, and for some reason they see people who aren't there.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, God.
Well, then so you
You
get
know
you go back to the movie. You get him waking up and he's super excited. He's basically like Peter Pan,
Yeah.
and he's yeah, and he's all excited to see the dog, and he crawls into her doghouse and everything, and then he hears the phone ringing. And he's like tink, and like constantly doing like the Peter Pan pose for everything.
Yes.
And he goes over right to the holes, digs it up, and he's like, Brad,
Yeah.
have you been on hold this whole time?
And he
then he's
picks it up and he goes, "Wow!" And he like,
yeah. Yeah, then he
3
says like,
I got to clean a drain. I'd love to, but I got to clean a drain pipe right now.
well,
Why?
yeah, he says
Why? I
like,
ran out of fairy dust. If not, I would have flown up.
yeah, you can always hear like half the conversation. But he's like, Neverland, Lost Boys, had to fight Captain Hook. Yeah, like all this stuff, like you would sound like an insane person. Like, what are you talking about? And then he says, yeah, like I gotta climb a drain pipe right now, and climbs up, and they have this whole beautiful moment where Toodles comes into the room, and he says, I have something for you, and he gives him his.
I've missed the adventure again, haven't I?
Yeah. And he gives him his bag of marbles, and he's like, "Oh my gosh!" And he basically like pours the marbles out, and in the bottom of the bag there's pixie dust or fairy dust.
Yeah.
And he sprinkles it over himself and flies out of the room, and they all step out the window, and Wendy. You could tell even in the beginning when he first comes into the house, there's this strange connection between Peter and Wendy.
Yes.
That you could tell he doesn't fully understand, but she knows exactly what's going on. Like,
Yeah.
they were basically like, in love before Peter knew what love was.
He's been with 3 generations of that family.
That's gross.
Oh, that's gross to think about that. No, Trey. Oh, that's shining this in a different light I wasn't prepared for today. But yeah, there is definitely, she looks at him, and I definitely know like her personal direction was like, oh, I'm in love with Peter Pan. And so
Yeah.
like the way that she looks at it, you're like, oh, there is more to that.
He's like, you got old, but your daughter.
You got old, but
Yeah, because when he comes back and she's all old, and she says, I can't go with you, Peter. And she's like, you got old. She's like,
Yeah.
yes, I grew up a long time ago. I have children, and my children have children. My granddaughter's asleep over there in the bed, and he says, I'm gonna give her a kiss. She says, no thimbles, no trinkets. I don't want her to go through that sadness when she realizes she can't keep you.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Like, you can't
what is
be
he,
a
like-
toy.
Yeah, like what?
Get in your Happy Meal.
I
Seriously.
can't imagine around the dinner table. She's like, after he married Moira or something like that. She's like they're alone in the kitchen, like Lady Wendy. So Moira, how is he?
Oh god, that's gross.
I mean, not that I've had thoughts. I just wanted to imagine. Let's just say
How my leftovers.
Have you had an opinion and all? Is he a goer? He's a goer.
Yeah. Well, then they
pretty.
when he comes in through the window the first time, and he's like knocking because the window's locked, and they open it up and let him in. He says, "What did I tell you about this window? Always leave it open." And he's just completely different person now. And
that's not what you said, Dad, but let's go with it. Okay.
they step out. They all step out onto the ledge, onto the window, like basically little balcony together, and they're watching Toodles flying and
away.
yeah, and she says, so I guess you've had your last great adventure. And he says, no, to live is the greatest adventure.
Oh.
And then it cuts to Toodles flying through the sky and like doing cartwheels and stuff, and it is so funny.
He circles around Big Ben's tower.
Yeah.
So when he goes back, does he get to be Pan? Because then he's the biggest.
Yeah,
guess,
if he
maybe.
flies back to Neverland,
He
Or
goes
is
back
it
to Neverland and looks for his marbles for eternity.
Yeah.
But just hits him with the old roly poly.
Yeah, exactly. But if you haven't seen Hook, definitely go check it out. You can rent it on Amazon Prime. It's out there on some other platforms as well.
Yeah.
But it is a fantastic, super fun movie to watch, especially if you got kids. They'll love it. So thanks for joining us. Remember to check us out on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you can find podcasts. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Please comment. Let us know what you want to hear, what you want to listen to, what you want to hear us blabber on about for an hour. We'd be happy to do it. We always want to give you what you want to hear. So please comment. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. Until next time,
I'm Matt.
I'm Trey.
and I'm Tyler. Cowabunga.